players right now.
Staying fresh. You have to take care of your body and your mind. That'll pay dividends in the stretch run.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Matisse Thybulle. Avdia is out there with Anfernee Simons. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at power forward. Kuzma. Not going to go that time. Simons with the defensive effort. Now here's Thybulle. Covered by Lillard. Avdia, a screen on Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Thybulle for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Oh, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
Yeah, these non-conference matchups are a good measuring stick for a team. Taking on less familiar opponents can tell you a lot.
Now, here's Simons. After the miss from Damian Lillard, Ayton sets the pick for Simons. He gets it in there.
Textbook pick and roll. Simons is a natural at running these sets.
Now Lillard. He had 27 points last game. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Giannis. Here's Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Bucks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. Antetokounmpo inside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Here's Simons. A beautiful reverse layup. Simons has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. No question he got bumped on that shot.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, the Blazers with the draft night trade for two-way wing Deni Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. That free throw, good from Avdia. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Both free throws, good from Avdia. Will stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots.
Free throw good, Simons. In his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Stan, Anfernee Simons only started 5 games. But now he is out there a lot and getting starts.
Well, look, Kevin, he played under Damian Lillard. Not a bad role model for Anfernee Simons. Another 6'3" guard with explosive scoring capability.
Second free throw, no good. And each season, GA, it seems like Anfernee Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Now, here's Avdia. Last game he had 13. Portland moving the ball around. And Fernie Simons, and that's good. Simons has got 8 points.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from that.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
On offense here, the Bucks trailing here by 8. Lopez outside. They need this. And he lays it up and in.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now, here's Avdia. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Now, here's Kuzma. Following the miss by Deni Avdia. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen and you show us your best move. Let's go. Let's see what we got. You're on beat.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. And Portland with a change here, too. Sharp's checked in for Avdia. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a three-point game. Ayton, the pass to Simons. Inside, here's Sharp, and the shot goes in.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Lillard, the pass to Kuzma. Portis with it. He's covered by Ayton. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And stolen by Ayton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard. And coach, this guy, Matisse Thybulle. He really changes what you can do on offense with his defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thybulle's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. And both free throws good for Thibault.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Bucks trail by 7. And Lillard kicks to Portis. Going inside. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Sharp. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Simons. Hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 11.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Giannis dumps it down.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here's Simons. 11 points in the game.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Here's Jackson. And Thibault sends it back. Simons with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Hauser's checked in, and Trent subbed in for Jackson. Klingon, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Henderson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Good on both. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all? Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
A different look now for Portland. Reith is checked in. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Rollins. Outside Portis. Pass to Kuzma. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
He's off on the first.
Oh, the great thing about Kuzma is he's so well-rounded. He can do a little bit of everything on the floor.
And the second free throw, good. Portland leading by 11. Now an update on Avdia from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out about Denny?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. Oh, that is not what you want to see. And it sounds like it's a serious injury. The next few games will be without him on the court. Of course, other players are going to have to step up to fill that role. That's all we've got, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Sharp. There's the screen to the middle. It's tipped. Clock at 6. Here's Banton, defended by Trent. Banton's shot is off.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Trent outside to the right side. Right side, Portis. Over Klingon. Portis can't get it to go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Hauser. 9 points last game. Here's Sharp. And he's good on the 3-ball. Sharp's got his second basket of the night.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The All-Star game almost near. Let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Milwaukee. Right now, they're down to the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
And I think for the Bucks, this season has been much more of a grind for them than anyone expected. They've only been a shadow of the team that was so dominant a year ago.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we expected a lot more from them. They've had a lot of things go wrong this year.
Rollins against Henderson. Here's Hauser. He has yet to score. Yep, that one goes. Portland leading by 15. Here's Banton. Henderson outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Trent. Here's Rollins. Henderson defending. Portis a screen on Henderson. Here's Rollins. Henderson pulls it in.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And it's Sharp missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Green comes in for Gary Trent. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers leading by 14. There's 1:34 left to play in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Reed. And he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And Milwaukee has possession. Portland making their last shot. Rollins against Henderson. Here he goes. And it's Portland with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Milwaukee, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And he makes the first. And Portland making a change here. Avdia is checked in. Rollins hits them both. Trailblazers leading by 16. Sharp, the pass to Henderson. 29 seconds left to play here in the first.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Henderson.
Well, Henderson has a lot of talent. He's a dynamic guard who plays with a real swagger and energy.
Both free throws good from Henderson.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Lopez, a screen on Henderson. Into the lane. For Milwaukee, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Rollins. Rollins hits them both. Green against Sharp. Lopez with the block. Here's Hauser. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Trailblazers leading by 16 on the floor for Portland. The wings, Sharp and Avdia. Andre Ayton out there with Klingon. And it's Simons in at the point. Klingon with it. Lopez covering. Shot clock at 5. Here's Simons. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
The Bucks working the ball around. Lillard dishes to Lopez. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Kamar is checked in. That's good from Brook Lopez. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And the first one drops. And so he's able to get one of 2. Bucks trail by 16. And Lillard kicks to Giannis. Green deciding where to go with it. Lopez a screen. From past the arc. Drills it from outside.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Kamare misses.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Ayton. Following the score by Damian Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. Third is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Free throw good. Simons. A different look for Milwaukee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Brook Lopez. And Trent subbed in for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Thybulle checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Lillard, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 13. Pass to Avdia. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now here's Lillard. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Kuzma outside. Lillard scanning the floor. Fires from the line, and that's good for 2. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Man, that jumper on balance and on point. Lillard working over that medium range area.
Here's Simons. Drops in the layup for 2. And that's now 21 points for Anthony Simons.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
2 shots.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. That free throw, good from Avdia. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
He's off on the second. Bucks trail by 18. Here's Giannis. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Oh, Kuzma's in position. It's deflected. Simons against Kuzma. Simons with the ball. He's got 21. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here we go. Giannis heading to the... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Get out of your seats and show us your football.
As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Their season filled with ups and downs, 10th right now in the conference.
And for the Trailblazers, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Kuzma finds Green. The three. The rebound by Simons. Simons has got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
Wow, it's like Simons has it on a string.
Outside, Green. Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Plenty of space. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Banton. There's the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Trent. And that one is off. Simons with the defensive effort. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Simons has got 26 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Lillard from outside. Antetokounmpo kicks to Trent. From deep, Green. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Antetokounmpo against Simons. They kick it out to Green. Lillard, right side. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
They're having more success from 3-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Manton, the pass to Simons. Takes the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kuzma kicks to Trent. To the middle. Here's Green. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss. And then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Henderson outside. Here's Banton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, That's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it.
Sharps checked in for Portland. Both shots good from the stripe.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Collins against Henderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Hauser misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Portland no good that time either. And up for the Bucks. They trail by 7. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And the Trailblazers with possession here. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he gets it to go.
Oh, good luck against Klingon in close. That's where he makes his money.
Now here's Giannis. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
What a finish by Sharp while taking the contact. It takes skill to win these and one opportunity.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve. Well, for Sharpe, it's about shooting a good percentage. When he does that, he's an impactful player.
Collins against Henderson. Collins the pass to Giannis. It's Jackson atop the key. Collins against Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Rollins.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here's the screen. Pass to Sharpe. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Eibel's checked in. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Thybulle.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Pass to Reith. A three-pointer is right on target. Reith has got 5 now.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Lopez kicks to Jackson. Here's Hauser, defended by Thybulle. Giannis outside. Lopez sets a screen for Giannis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Sharpe. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Out of this world. Sharpe is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Sharpe missing. Bucks trail by 11. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Henderson looking it over. Swinging. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
That's his fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. One shot.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now here's Henderson. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Henderson at the line for two.
Shoot two.
And that one falls for Henderson. Both free throws good from Henderson. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. 8-point game coming off that loss against the Nets.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Hauser. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 8. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Doc. I heard you imploring your team, stick to the game plan and know your personnel. What's that mean?
Yeah, we keep messing up coverages. You know, I get messing up on some guys, but that can't happen, but it did. So we just got to move it forward.
We'll see if the communication picks up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring on the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestant.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Portland Trailblazers.
I love their mentality, you know, the system, getting into the teeth of the defense and getting to the line, super aggressive.
And these days, you can't just launch yourself into a defender and draw the whistle. They're making basketball moves.
And let's move to some recent news. Multiple trades are shaking up the league.
And their fans should be excited to see Conley coming in. He's a guy that can bind the team together, control the pace, make sure everyone stays involved.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Anfernee Simons getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Trailblazers leading by 8. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And the Bucks, they're shooting 43% from the field. Lillard finds Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Portland's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. But in the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Thibault can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 8. Lillard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points.
That first step of Lillard, deadly.
Jackson against Simon. Here's Kamare. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Anfernee Simons flying high to finish that one.
Lillard outside. Giannis passes to Lopez. Kicks it out to Giannis. And he gets it to go from the corner. Giannis has got 25 points in the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Lillard against Simon. Lets it go from deep, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Now it's just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside, because when they get to the foul line, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. Brook Lopez third.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
Yeah, what a luxury for the coaches. They can trust their bigs to make free throws. That takes a load of stress away.
A nice shot by Simons.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Kamare. Now, here's Thibault. He's covered closely. Lillard outside. Over Thibault. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lopez a screen. And it's Lillard missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Loads of expectations come with going number 1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Now Simons. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Here's Ayton. From outside, off the mark. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Kuzma. They grab their own miss. Lillard with the bucket.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Kamare. And the wide open shot from Avdia. No good with the triple. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Jackson kicks to Kuzma. Lillard, right side. Jackson, a screen on Simons. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Now here's Lillard. 19 points in the game. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. He takes it in, and the rejection by Ayton.
Access there denied by DeAndre Ayton.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Green, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Delano Banton's checked in for Portland. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to talk to his guys.
It's time for the dance man. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us your move.
Frank's checked in for Jackson.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Kuzma. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Avdia. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Trent passes to Lillard. For the lead, jump shot is good. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Now, here's Simons. 30 points in the game.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Portis sets the pick for Lillard. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 24.
Well, coming out of the half, he's been much more aggressive, helping them space the floor.
Outside, Avdia. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Lays it up off the glass. Ayton's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Well, at his size, Ayton can absorb contact easily.
Portis, a screen on Simons. Pass to Portis, a 3-ball. Portland grabs the miss. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
Here's Portis after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here is Lillard. Trent, right side. Pass to Kuzma. Shot from free throw range. That shot misses. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And it's Simons missing.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Bucks?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
I love that pump fake from Ayton. It's such a simple yet effective move.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I appreciate how focused DeAndre Ayton is on excelling at what he does best. His primary concern is being a force in the paint on both ends.
Ayton hits them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Henderson against Lillard. Trent outside. Last break, here come the Trailblazers. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks on Monday. They'll tip off a road trip in Toronto, where they'll take on the Raptors. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for their matchup with the Magic, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And the Bucks making a change here. Rollins is checked in. Inside, here's Giannis. A rebound by Reith. For Portland, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
The free throw drops for Sharp. Milwaukee has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Portis a screen on Henderson. Here's Rollins. 9 points in the game so far. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. And again, the Bucks miss. Portland leading. Now, here's Sharp. And the rejection by Giannis. Here's Trent. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Bucks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
At the line for Milwaukee, Gary Trent Jr. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one. And the Bucks making a change here. Green's checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Boy, Greg, it seems like the big men have returned. And Donovan Clingan is